Have you ever felt overwhelmed by things you can't control, anxious about the future, or frustrated by the present? What if I told you there's an ancient philosophy, a practical way of life, designed to help you find tranquility and strength, no matter what life throws at you? This is the power of Stoicism, and today, we're going to explore it by meeting the 7 giants whose wisdom has echoed through centuries. Our journey begins over 2,000 years ago in Athens, with a man named Zeno of Cit. Imagine this. Zeno was a wealthy merchant who lost everything in a shipwreck. Everything. Instead of despairing, he washed ashore in Athens, walked into a bookstore, and discovered the teachings of Socrates. This catastrophic loss became his greatest turning point. He began teaching not in a fancy academy, but in a public space. The Stoa Poikil, or painted porch, which is where Stoicism gets its name. Zeno taught that virtue, or excellence of character, is the only true good. Wealth, health, reputation, these things are indifferents. They're nice to have, but they have no bearing on our inner peace or our worth as human beings. The only thing that truly matters is how we choose to respond to life's events. The shipwreck didn't break Zeno. It made him. He showed us that our greatest adversities can become our greatest opportunities for growth. Now, let's jump forward a few centuries to the most powerful man in the world, a Roman emperor, Marcus Aurelius. Think about the pressure he was under. Constantine's political intrigue, a devastating plague. Yet, in the quiet moments of his campaign tent, he wrote a series of personal reflections, a private journal never meant for publication, which we now know as Meditations. This book is a raw, honest look into the mind of a leader, trying to apply Stoic principles in the face of immense stress. He constantly reminded himself to focus only on what he could control, his own thoughts, judgments, and actions. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Release these, and you will find strength." He saw every obstacle as an opportunity to practice virtue, courage, justice, and wisdom. Marcus Aurelius proves that Stoicism isn't a philosophy for quiet contemplation alone. It's a practical guide for leadership and resilience, even at the highest levels of power. His struggles are surprisingly relatable, making his wisdom a timeless guide for anyone facing their own daily battles. From an emperor, we turn to a man who was born into the opposite end of the social spectrum. A slave. His name was Epictetus. Born in Phrygia, in modern-day Turkey, he spent his youth as a slave in Rome. His master was notoriously cruel, and one story tells of his leg being deliberately broken. Yet, through this unimaginable hardship, Epictetus cultivated an unbreakable inner freedom. He understood, perhaps more than anyone, the core Stoic idea. We cannot control what happens to us, but we can always control how we respond. After gaining his freedom, he became a renowned teacher. He didn't write anything down himself. His brilliant student, Arrian, compiled his teachings into the Discourses and the Enchiridion, or Handbook. Epictetus' message is sharp and direct. It's not things that upset us, but our judgments about things. That annoying traffic jam, the critical comment, they're neutral. It is our interpretation, our judgment, that this is terrible, that causes our suffering. By separating external events from our internal judgments, we can achieve a profound sense of peace. Epictetus is the ultimate testament to the idea that our circumstances do not define our spirit. Next, we meet Seneca the Younger, a figure who lived a life of dramatic highs and lows. He was a brilliant playwright, a powerful statesman who advised the Emperor Nero, and one of the wealthiest men in Rome. But he also faced political exile and was ultimately forced to take his own life by the very emperor he advised. Throughout this turbulent life, Seneca wrote extensively on Stoicism, particularly in his moral letters to Lucy. These letters are like getting personal coaching from a wise, empathetic friend. Seneca's Stoicism is incredibly practical and humane. He talks about managing anger, dealing with grief, and the importance of time. He famously wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." He urged his friend, and us, to treat time as a most valuable, non-renewable resource. to live each day with intention and purpose. Seneca shows us that Stoicism isn't about being unfeeling. It's about feeling the right things and mastering our emotions so they don't master us. His writings are a treasure trove of practical wisdom for living a fuller, more meaningful life. Now, let's rewind a bit to meet the man often called the second founder of Stoicism, Chrysippus. While Zeno laid the foundation, Chrysippus was the master architect who built the intricate logical structure of Stoic philosophy. He was an intellectual powerhouse, said to have written over 700 books. Sadly, none of them survive intact, but his ideas were so influential that they are quoted and discussed extensively by later writers. Chrysippus was obsessed with logic and cause and effect. He believed that everything happens for a reason, as part of a divine, rational order he called the Logos. This might sound fatalistic, but for the Stoics, it was liberating. If we understand that events are part of a larger, rational plan, we can learn to accept them with equanimity. It doesn't mean we become passive. Our role is to use our reason to understand this order and to act virtuously within it. Chrysippus gave Stoicism its intellectual backbone, ensuring it was a robust, logical system that could stand up to philosophical scrutiny. Without his brilliant mind, Stoicism as we know it might not exist. Let's meet another remarkable teacher, Musonius Rufus, who was hailed as the Roman Socrates. He was a contemporary of Seneca and the teacher of Epictetus. Like Socrates, Musonius focused on ethics and practical application. He was a firm believer that philosophy was not something to be merely debated, but to be lived. He was exiled multiple times for his unwavering principles, proving he practiced what he preached. One of his most progressive ideas was that women should be educated in philosophy just as men were. He argued that virtues like courage, justice, and self-control are essential for everyone, regardless of gender. He also championed a simple life, believing that a person who needs less is freer and happier. He didn't see philosophy as a complex academic pursuit, but as a form of therapy for the soul, a daily practice to make us better, more resilient human beings. Musonius Rufus reminds us that the goal of philosophy isn't to be smart, it's to be good. Finally, we arrive at a figure who wasn't a philosopher in the academic sense, but perhaps the ultimate embodiment of Stoic ideals. In action, Cato, the Younger, a Roman statesman and a staunch opponent of Julius Caesar. Cato was legendary for his moral integrity and immunity to corruption. In an era of rampant bribery and political decay, Cato was incorruptible. He lived simply, endured physical hardship without complaint, and held fast to his principles, even when it cost him everything. For later Stoics like Seneca, Cato was the ultimate role model, a man who perfectly lived up to the philosophy's highest ideals. He chose to die rather than live under Caesar's tyranny, seeing it as the only virtuous choice left to him. Cato's life is a dramatic and powerful example of what it means to live and die by one's principles. He shows us that Stoicism isn't just a comfort in hard times. It's a call to courage and a blueprint for a life of unwavering integrity. From a shipwrecked merchant to a powerful emperor, from a tortured slave to a principled statesman, the story of Stoicism is the story of humanity at its most resilient. These 7 figures show us that no matter our station in life, no matter the chaos around us, we hold the key to our own tranquility and strength. It lies in understanding what we can and cannot control, and choosing, again and again, to act with virtue, courage, and wisdom. This ancient philosophy is more relevant today than ever before, offering a timeless toolkit for navigating the complexities of modern life. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through Stoicism. If you found this valuable, please give this video a like and subscribe for more explorations into timeless wisdom. Let me know in the comments which Stoic figure resonates with you the most. Until next time, stay strong and stay wise.